Look at that! We're on top. This farm is making ridiculous rates. There he is.
Yeah.
There he is. Let's go, cowabunga.
Cowabunga dudes.
Hi. Welcome back. It's another episode of Iron Assembly. We're playing more Minecraft. Wow, that has really come along since last time I saw it. So, what are we doing today? Last episode, I promised we were going to do a technical farm, so we are going to get some materials together, and today we are going to build a Hogland farm in the Nether. I think we are ready to jump into the Nether. I've got some materials, you can see, some pearls, some ladders, some pistons. You might know what's coming up, but basically we want to jump into the Nether and go up. So in the Nether, this is our spawn. I want to start digging a ladder, I guess, as high as I can. Let's push this back, and now we're going to start digging straight up. Super dangerous, but what's the worst that can happen, right? Right? So yeah, I'm going to dig, and I'm going to ladder. And we've made it to the bedrock. So let's just throw that down there. And I'm going to make a bit of a room up here. Okay, so we've made it to the top of the Nether. As we can see, we've got the bedrock just here, and it's a pretty jagged pattern. What I'm looking for is this bedrock to be one layer thick, and the best way to find that is, let's look over here. You see the targeted block? We want this number to be 127, which means the block we're looking at is Y level 127. One away from where the ladder was is 127. Let me ladder all the way up to here. While I'm on top of the ladder, I can grab one ender pearl, push up as hard as I can, look at the corner, and I keep holding forward. I can phase through the block. Look at that! We're on top. Now we need to remember that this one is the thin one. Now the first thing, whenever you get on top of the Nether, is build a frickin' portal. Because if things go wrong, you want to be able to get back. But now we have a portal, it's time for us to remove this piece of bedrock. We obviously can't mine it, it's bedrock, it's invulnerable. But there is a bug that we can take advantage of. We're going to need obsidian, TNT, TNT, a lever, a trapdoor, and we are going to be placing a piston right here because that's the block we want to break. The plan here is we need to activate the TNT. It's going to push out the piston. And we want to be in such a position that underneath the piston, we can place a second piston, causes the glitch where a piston head is too long, and it causes the block to break beneath it. If that doesn't make sense, I'll throw a link in the description for a tutorial. So it's going to be flick, trapdoor, wriggle over, and try and put the piston there. Might not work the first time, but we'll see how we go. So, flick, trapdoor, and we're spam clicking this top corner here. Alright. We break this, and underneath it, look at that! We've broken through the bedrock. That is fantastic. Awesome. Now that we have this ladder, ladders are super slow, so we tend to have a drop right next to the ladder, but normally in the overworld we would just land in a thing of water, but if you didn't know, water doesn't work in the Nether. So I found this cool trick on Reddit recently, where you pretty much use a powdered snow and chuck a carpet on top. And this is going to negate all fall damage. I've taken off my leather boots, and if we fall onto it, it's 100% okay. It's so cheaty. It's just carpet. We need to locate ourselves a crimson forest. That's the red forest. If I recall, there was one southish. If we go that way, so let's go see what we can find. Crimson Forest, these fun things. So we are after two things. Firstly, we needed the coordinates of it because we're going to build our farm directly above. And secondly, we need these, what are they called? They're called warped fungus. So we need to find a good handful of them because they are going to be used for steering the Hoglands. Ooh, okay, so you see how it just charged at me? But it won't go anywhere near this warp fungus. This is kind of integral to how the farm is going to work. Because these things hit really hard, but I can just hide behind here. Yeah. And I mean, I can keep running around and place it. Suck it! Yeah. We are just about ready to start building the farm, but I had to come back to the overworld just to grab more materials. So we've got a bunch of building blocks, we've got some ladders, we've got some wood, but the one thing we're really missing is we're going to need to make a bunch of chests and a bunch of hoppers. So I went on a quick mining trip earlier with Fusion and Salvador, and we started building up our iron reserve. I think I'm going to have to keep mining. I'm also going to have to go chop down some trees, so let's do that super quickly. Alright, we're on the Nether, and now remember we need to find where the Crimson Forest is. So I wrote down the coordinates. We need to head southeast-ish. So we're running this way until we're basically in the Crimson Forest. This is a pretty good sign we've reached it. We've got some mushrooms over here, but mainly we've got the fun red sparkly things. We want to get right in the middle of it, so let's go a little bit further to, I think I marked out 200 for myself. So that's 200 and 200. This is going to be the middle of our spawner, what's it called? It's going to be the middle of our farm. I've set up my little base of operations here, and we're going to be building the farm roughly here with the center right at 200. That's what this torch is. The farm is going to be roughly based off Logical Geek Boy's design. I'll explain it as I go. I'll also put a link in the description to his actual build. He covers it much more thoroughly than I will. Okay, so we're going to go 6 blocks up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice. And we're going to build... This is basically going to be the... Oh, you know, let's go one more up. This is going to be the killing platform. And we're going to use soul sand for this. It's going to be a 5x5 of soul sand. And it's going to be centered around that torch I placed down the bottom. Simple as that. And then we are going to surround this with some walls so that we keep any creatures in. We've got this little frame. Now we're going to build these up 3 high. Let's go with 3 high. So 1, 2, 3. This way nothing will be able to jump out. Lovely. From here we're going to build 7 blocks out going in every direction. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And from here our goal is now just to fill in this as a giant area. Now that we've got our platform built, we need to strategically place some of this warp fungus around the edges. So as the Hoglands spawn on this surface area, they get scared by the warp fungus on the edge, and they're going to run towards the killing chamber in the middle. To do this, I don't know, they're just going to be evenly spaced. So that's the middle. Chuck some dirt, chuck some fungus. And what? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5th one. Chuck some dirt, some fungus. I can't believe it. I'm actually 2 warped fungus short. That is so frustrating. But now we've got our final warp fungus. That's fantastic. What these warp fungus do, they are going to drive Hoglands right into the middle here. Hoglands are smart enough though, I guess Minecraft mob finding is smart enough that they don't see this as a viable thing to jump into. So they're not going to jump. We can trick them, however, by placing some trapdoors. So if we do this, you can see that, you know, you can run across this. This is totally pathable. If we open it up, mobs still see this as pathable. So they'll be like, yippee, we're going to run. And then they fall. And they're going to fall into the killing chamber down here. So that's basically how this is going to work. We are going to be adding trapdoors there, there, there. And then the counterparts onto this middle block. Now there is actually a chance that the Hoglands could make it into this center block here. So we are going to... And I guess there's also a chance that if we just build up here, that they can sit on the edge here because they're now far enough away from the warp fungus. So we need to keep this flush. I'm going to grab some more trapdoors, build this up, and make it so they can't jump onto this center pillar. And just like that, we have our brown log in the middle. And that means that Hoglands are still going to run towards here, but they are not going to be able to get onto that. Actually, we can delete these blocks so that they know they have a block in the middle that they can run to. So we have the spawning platform here, perfect for the Hoglands. However, we can spawn other mobs here as well. At the moment, zombie piglins are able to spawn anywhere where it's light level 11 or below, which means all of this surface here, which means we need to light it up. To light it up, I've got this super duper handy mod, and we can put a torch down, and you can see it is red, whereas light a level 11, and that means we need to make all of this platform green. So this is generally the recommended configuration, and it actually works pretty well. You've got these long line of torches in line with the warped fungus, and you can see if I punch out a single torch, you've got one block wrong. Fantastic, so this spawning platform is ready, the killing chamber is almost ready. We've got 2 more components. We've got an AFK positioning up top, and then we need a collection system down the bottom, and then I guess we need to light the fire. Now, it may kind of seem like I know what I'm doing, but I really underestimated how many hoppers I would need. I was like, oh yeah, just 5 hoppers along here. No, it's 5 by 5. I needed at least 25 hoppers just for the collection system. That's right, we need to put a hopper under every piece of soul sand here. We can start with these easy ones along the back, but all the other ones we want to point forward into these here. So everything gets collected and funneled into the back ones. Oh, that was terrible placement. Now that we have everything funneling into these back hoppers, we can start putting some chests down. Eventually we can scale this up and we can have multiple columns of chests, but at the moment I'm really running short on iron, so we're just going to leave it exactly like this. While you don't have the multiple columns, you need to change these N2 hoppers to point directly into that one. So that way everything's going to funnel along here, and then they're going to funnel into those middle ones. And I'm going to go do the same thing on the other side. Incredible. So that is the very basic collection system done. You could get away with just 1 double chest, but I prefer this because if I AFK for a long amount of time, this is what we're going to need to start collecting all the materials that we are going to drop. Speaking of AFKing, we need to find a position to AFK. We can't just AFK around here because if we're too close, mobs won't spawn. We also don't want to AFK too close to the roof. Mob spawning is done in a bubble around the player. That means if I'm standing here, there's a chance of anything spawning above and anything spawning below. And we want to limit all spawns from below. So we're going to build a platform nice and high in the sky such that the bubble only encompasses this spawning platform. I forgot one thing. So we do need to build a wall up around here just for a little bit of security and make sure nothing runs off. I don't think things should run off, but there's a small chance. We have a beautiful wall built around here. Nothing should be able to jump over, and nothing should be able to spawn on top because we know that mobs can't spawn on the bottom of a half slab. This is ready. The last thing we wanted to do was add some fire down here because the next step is going to cause mobs to start spawning. So let's just Final step, the AFK platform. We're going to build straight up. We're going to build all the way to the build limit. So let's line it up here. Let's say, yeah, we can, let's go here. We're going to build from here all the way to the top. Oh, I shouldn't go up without my ladders. Hey, look at that. You can already see that they've started spawning and they're already running into the fire. We're going to start collecting leather and food immediately. We're about to reach the height limit here. Yeah, okay, height limit for building is 255. Let's take that down one so we can actually build. And we're going to build again with half slabs. Half slabs means that nothing is going to spawn up here. And what do we say? The center of the farm was 200, 200. So just for aesthetic purposes, we are going to sit right here. Fantastic. I'm going to do an AFK session up here soon, and so we can really test the rates of the farm, but if no, we can't see it. I just need to stand in this spot and we'll get cooked pork chopped and leather for days. So I didn't actually mean to start AFKing yet, I was just here chatting with Fusion, and so I was like, oh yeah, I'll stand at the top. Look what we've got so far. It's almost 20 stacks of cooked pork chop. So I'm going to take as much of this back as I can. There's also some leather. The leather isn't the main thing, but it's a nice side effect, but we're probably going to be able to start selling this, but we've also now solved our food crisis. I'll do some proper measurements soon, but I think for now, this farm is a success. So much of a success that I don't want people using it. Restricted to Fusion and I for now, because if we're going to sell this, we can't just let other people AFK here and steal our resources.
Uh-oh. Is that weakness?
What is this? Resistance and slow.
How did you get so
It's turtle
much?
potion.
Oh, right. Please don't do that while I have mine.
Literally
Boots on.
cannot move. It's got 3 hearts so far. And then it's
gone. Sorry.
I think we should kill our neighbor.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
He was on 1.5.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You Dumby.
Oh
You
my god.
Dumbers.
Where's your head?
My guy.
Went everywhere.
You just popped like a f***ing weasel.
Where's your head? Who picked up the head? He just put it on.
Actually.
It's big brain time.
Oh no.
I apologize, Bordy.
I'm gonna go to the top of the mountain.
I really hope you're like halfway down and you die of full damage.
There he is.
There he is. Let's go, Cowabunga.
Cowabunga dudes. That's a nice one.
Wow, you actually.
How's it going?
Oh!
Hi.
Hello.
We've come to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
Why are we here, Fusion?
We are here because this is the official naming ceremony of our town. And we're gonna cut the ribbon. And I will provide you with the keys to the kingdom, so to speak.
Oh,
So you
thanks.
can cut the ribbon.
Did you test this?
I did not test this, but I...
Exciting.
Hooray!
Wow.
Hooray! Woo!
Yay!
Hooray! North Wall.
Welcome to North Wall.
Because we are north,
Wow.
and this mountain is a wall to the north. As well as, I don't know, we built a
They're
wall.
literally being a wall.
No.
It's not even
Yay!
it's not even
Let's
complete
celebrate.
over here.
Drinks for all.
Drinks for
I
all.
brought some honey mead that I brewed.
Yay!
Drink up, everyone.
Honey me.
What a sound.
It's pretty sticky, to be honest. Is this free
Are you
range
sure
bees?
this is mead?
Yeah. What was?
What did I
mead.
just drink?
What? Yeah. Why have
See,
you
I'm
got?
light as a feather.
Oh, I feel really heavy.
Yeah. No. I'm kind of feeling dizzy right now. I'm gonna go have a lie down over here. Oh, chicken.
Chicken. Hello.
Sorry. I was aiming for the chicken.
Oh, sorry.
Content.
Sorry.
I got the chicken.
We've officially named the town.
Yay.
And we actually did slaughter an animal like I suggested.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was
complete.
thinking of a goat sacrifice, but a chicken sacrifice is close enough.
Much better.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
at least you get chicken nuggets out of it.
That's terrible.
If only.
A group photo. And by
Group
group
photo.
photo, I mean come here to get slow falling.
Say cheese.
Tease.
Bordy, you blinked in the photo. Could we take that again?
Alright.
Did we really go back for this? Woo!
What?
Up the mountain we go.
How much slow falling?
Ah!
Oh,
All right,
I'm
I've
scared.
gone.
I'm going back down. I'm going
that?
back down. I'm scared.
Oh wait.
Oh, I can hear the jazz outside our house.
Come get me, Bordy. This is aerial combat.
And just
With
run
this
out.
plus elytras.
Oh, that'd be terrible.
What a very practical potion. Did you know they're on sale at Bordy's Potion Emporium?
Is that right? For how much?
Oh my god, one diamond for 3 potions. Mix and match.
If you're trying to pay for an advertising slot in the content. Oh wow, Bordy's Potion Emporium. That must be this
wow.
one over here. It's actually a couple of hours later and everyone has left, and I thought I'd come back and check out what the shop actually has to offer. We got simple potions. 1 iron gets you a potion. Buy 2, get 1 free. Complex potions, a diamond for 3 potions. Yeah, okay, mix and match. So damage, fire res, slow falling. Ah, what's this? Loyalty program. Return 3 glass bottles for 1 free simple potion. Redeemable with your next purchase. I wonder if we can just make some glass bottles and throw them in there and pretend that... Oh, yeah. It's totally legit. Potion seller, potion seller, potion cellular, potions stellar. Lotion smeller. Notion teller. Okay, I get it. You sell potions. The man has inspired me, and I think we're going to quickly sneak in one more build for this episode and try and build our own shop straight away for these pork chops. I'm thinking that when you come up the road, we've got the entrance to our town here, but this flat spot is going to be perfect for a little market. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna give this a shot. I'm gonna build a small market stall. I've got my materials with me. Let's see what we can do. With the last few details done, I've added some signs, I've added some barrels with the actual produce. This first little market stall is done. I guess I also added some little piggies to advertise, you know, you're buying pigs, you're buying pork chops. This is super cute. We can totally set up a little market here, maybe chuck another stall or two around here. I think this would be a nice spot. Next step with this would be some server-wide advertising. Need to be able to communicate to everyone that the market here is actually open for business and selling food. And I guess we also need to AFK a little bit longer because this is not a huge amount of food. Anyway, I think that wraps it up for this episode. We built that Hogland farm like I promised, and I think we're going to get more farms like that in the future, so make sure to follow along. Do join the Discord though, because we are probably going to be slowing down over this December period, but we'll be back in the new year for some more thrilling content. Anyway, that's everything from me today. Thank you again. See you next time. Bye.